But one thing I want to point out while we're talking about this is that energy comes from a place. And that's kind of what I've been studying through my own interviews. You know what I'm saying? I asked these young men, where did all of this bad energy come from? A lot of them say poverty.
Poverty breeds hate, resentment. Nigga, if you hungry and you can't never get full, you'll turn into a hateful. You'll become greedy. You'll start stealing and taking. You'll start at school looking at your homeboy that's bringing his lunch with 2 Twinkies, 2 juices, 2 sandwiches. You'll befriend him to take from him. Boy, y'all didn't see that George Foreman movie? Big George, Big Ass. That's what George was fighting. Big, fat, hungry motherfucker. 1 piece of chicken, but his belly hold 12. Going to school hungry, the motherfucker. Sitting up in the classroom, and it's a well-dressed nigga like me with 3 pieces of chicken. George, you ain't got nothing to eat, and ain't nobody getting George nothing. George damn near beat him to death. Look at all them niggas come from Brownsville, Brooklyn. Mike Tyson, nigga Zab, Shannon Briggs, what's that other nigga name? Riddick Bowe, homie, all them heavyweight champion niggas, they come from, them niggas was born in the trash dumpster. Because where they sit at is around where they dump the trash. Look how them niggas fight hard. So they say wherever poverty is, it ain't no God over there. Because wherever God is, you don't lack. God meets your needs. So you telling me it's a God and I'm going to bed hungry? And the only time I get full, if my partner at school give me his tray, because he don't eat spaghetti. So that's what I started doing, homie. I started noticing that my friends, man, if their mothers didn't get their free lunch cards, because we had free lunch cards.
I mean, cut you off, but so you think just because people struggling, it ain't no God?
Nah.
It ain't no God involved if they struggling?
Well, if you believe the word of God, the word of God said wherever God is, people don't lack or suffer. That's in the Bible. That God meets all your needs. That God, if God will take care of the birds and make sure the fowls of the air eat, why he gonna let you starve? So I'm saying to you, if God is where poor people is, open your icebox hungry with no food in it and say, God, feed me. And see if God feeds you. If you see if God feeds you.
Nah, we know it ain't magic.
No. We ain't talking magic. We talking God. Because you have to make God manifest. God don't manifest just because you say he exists.
Right.
You have to make him manifest in what you believe. Just like you don't believe there's no hope, you have to believe just as much as there's no hope that there is a God. But most people believe there's no hope. How can you really believe God? Because I'm hungry. On top of this, my shoes dirty, my mama getting beat on, and it's an old nigga fucking my sister. And mama and them letting him do it because he got a little money. So how can we go sit down and tell our kid, homie, listen, it's a God. And when he go home, homie, he fall asleep anywhere in the house. Nobody picks him up and puts him in bed. He fall asleep anywhere in the house. That's the conditions of most young black children in the inner city. They don't have nowhere to go to sleep. They fall asleep anywhere in the house. They don't have their own bed. They don't bathe before they go to bed. No structure. Most of them got a house and an apartment. If it's 2 or 3 bedroom, mama and them better not be no weed smoking, black in my eye, or whiskey drinking bitches that like to play that music. Like for them niggas to come over in the hood, guess what? That kid might not go to sleep. He might not go to sleep till 11 in the morning, 11 o'clock at night. Because mama and them like to turn up and be lit. Come on now. So when he go to school, nigga, he still sleepy. He got a smoke smell to him. He hungry. And he don't have the confidence of the other kids because he dirty. He might not got clean drawers. Socks might be mismatched. He might got to do them socks like this so they can, yeah, nigga. So when we get to PE, he keeps saying to take you, y'all come on now. Nigga, we done come back after Christmas He still got the same clothes from the first of the school year, and he ain't got no haircut. But he got a Gucci belt. But he ain't got no clothes, no nothing. Come on, homie. But we don't know when you buy the kids clothes in August, nigga, in January after Christmas they need clothes. Because when you bought them in August, it was still warm. So come November, October, they gonna need a raincoat, an umbrella. January after the Christmas break, they need beanie hats, gloves, big jackets. You see them little motherfuckers out there in the wintertime with school uniforms on, no jacket. But in the summertime, they got on hoodies. Come on, my nigga, that's on parenting.
Yeah. When I was listening to the interview with you and Cam Newton, you all talked about training, training up a child. So that led me to want to talk about discipline and how to discipline a child, right? Because a lot of these kids, they really, these kids growing up fast and they into this technology. They're a little bit more advanced than we were when we were growing up. And I feel like a lot of them might lack discipline. What do you think is like the appropriate way for a parent to discipline their child? Because what they say, spare the rod, spoil the child.
That's what the slave master put in there. So that was the whoop your slave. The rod doesn't mean the belt or the whip. The rod is the rod of discipline. The rod that you sit up with, that you hold, the rod of discipline. You point it at it. You go do this, you go do this, you go do this. The rod of discipline. I'm gonna take your phone, give me that TV. You ain't gonna do this. You gonna write an essay. You gonna cut that yard. I'm gonna deduct this. You owe me for this. You gonna do 50 push-ups. You gonna stand there count. The rod of discipline. But if you don't add correction to discipline, you just whooping ass. Correction. So once you discipline is turn down a behavior. What do you do to build back up? Come here, nigga, let me tell you something. Let me talk to you. Now you got to come back and teach. Mm-hmm. Just like a nigga who whoop his bitch. He can't just whoop his bitch and let it go on. He got to come back and mac on her. Baby, I'm sorry. On her real good. Put that good dick on her. Make her cry. Pleasure tears on top of them pain tears. I ain't gonna do it no more, baby. But you got the mac on your kids too, nigga. After you done spanked them. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Because a lot of times, homie, when you got a real connection with your children, you ain't gotta touch them. The disappointment hurt they motherfucking ass. Me and my son, you say, Daddy, but you gonna be disappointed in me. Which one he used to want the whooping? Cause we can be cool after the whooping. But boy, that punishment can't come out that room. That lasts a few days. The whooping is, once a kid develops to learn pain, you down there got to beat them. But boy, you put they motherfucking ass in that solitary confinement, that 24-hour lockdown like they do them niggas in isolation, close that door in that room, take all the toys out, the TV, and have his ass, he on lockdown. Boy, their ass is screaming hollow. Because now they got to think to themselves. They got to try to figure out what to do with this motherfucker. By themselves, they go try to play with the ropes. They got to do something. And that's what you want. That's how you develop critical thinking. Go on there by yourself, nigga. Learn to be by yourself, because most people can't be by themselves. They hate being by themselves. That's why they run out the door every goddamn day, like me. Yeah.
Hey, so what
you do is put me by myself.
DJ, you go